This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the Modern Dayfarer V2 Backpack, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. So the main pack material that we're working with here is an 840D ballistic nylon. You can see it's got some nice texture to it there. Overall, very happy with the durability of this material. It's not super like malleable or like you can't move it around so easily, but for the most part on this backpack, you don't really need to, because anywhere you need to move it, there are zippers, which we'll get into. But overall, very happy with it. It does pick up dust and pet hair kind of well, just because obviously it's black. And unless your pet or the dust is darker, it's going to kind of stand out a little bit. But overall, very happy with that. As you can see, one of the more prominent things we've got going on here is this fidlock. And so this is the main, to get into the main compartment, this is how you access it. And overall, I normally like fidlocks, but this one does have a few, I guess, caveats, I'll say. So obviously to open it, you just pop it off like that, open it up, and you're ready to go. But there is a handle here, so you've got a top handle, you can grab onto that to grab the backpack, but a lot of times, I don't know why, I would just grab this lid, and if you grab it, it just pops open. So if you grab from this side, it won't, because of the way that the magnet is structured, and it's got like a track in there, but it won't. But if you even just go like that, it pops open. So really not the end of the world, you just gotta remember not to grab this, and use this top handle here, which is padded and is very nice to use, but just something to keep in mind when you are using this, especially if you haven't used a fidlock before. But flipping over here, these hard plastic adjusters on the back side here on the back panel are from Woojin. They work as you'd expect them to, easy to adjust. And then we've got these strap keepers here as well that are a hard plastic, a little bit rubbery, but easy enough to maintain. Flipping back over, we've got YKK zippers throughout this pack. All of the zippers on the exterior except for one are AquaGuard zippers, and we'll get into that when we move inside, but they're all pretty easy to move. None of them are like really long. Like sometimes if you have like a clamshell opening, you gotta go all the way around the backpack. They're all pretty short, so the AquaGuard doesn't really slow you down, and also gives you that little bit of extra protection from water. And overall, this pack does a pretty good job when it comes to protecting against water. On this side here, we've got a water bottle pocket that uses elastic here. You can see that. So I actually fit my 32-ounce Nalgene inside here, but when you don't have a bottle in there, it looks pretty nice. I mean, it's kind of still like unstretching right now, but it looks like you can't even really tell it's there. It almost just looks like a design feature. And then we've also got this other side handle right here, which is nice when you're using the luggage pass-through, which we'll get into in just a moment. So when talking about the harness system here, as you can see, we've got all black on this side of the pack as well, pretty much all black on the entire exterior here. But we've got these shoulder straps are kind of almost like boomerang shaped. I mean, I know they're not like a perfect symmetrical boomerang, but they have that curve to them, which is nice when you're wearing it, which I'll show you when I put the pack on. But overall, pretty comfortable, very like thick, durable, or like structured padding, if that makes sense. It's not like, you can see that I'm, obviously you can push it in, but it's not super like smushy. I like the firm padding because it's more comfortable for a longer journey if you're wearing this thing all day. We've got these loops here that look like they're for a sternum strap, but no sternum strap comes with this pack. But if you really like one, you could buy, a third-party one or take one from a different backpack, so long as it fits on this width of strap, and attach that there. Or if not, you could use a carabiner to attach gear here, or really use it for whatever you would want to. You could like run a strap through there, do whatever you need to do. But on the back panel here, let me fold these out of the way. We've got these two long tracks of padding here, pretty thick. I mean, it's probably, maybe about a little bit under a ½ inch, but again, it's very, it's not super like smushy padding. It's just like very firm, and I like that. Again, for like a longer day trip, you're going to be comfortable, and there is like a nice thin layer of mesh on there. And then in between, we have this luggage pass-through, which sits this way on your bag, so it doesn't get in the way of your carry handle there at the top. So as you can see, no sternum strap as I mentioned, but this pack really isn't big enough, at least for me, to really warrant needing one. Like everything, it's just not like the shoulder straps are really running away from each other or anything like that, and they're placed pretty well. And the curvature of them really fits my body type well. I am a bit taller, I'm about 6 foot, so if you're shorter, it might not work so well for you, but overall very happy with the comfort of this thing. And I also really dig the strap keepers. So as you can see that the straps are just really completely out of my way. And if you're active, like you like to, commute to work by bike or walking, they're gonna stay out of your way and not really be flapping around. And I really dig that. But again, if you're shorter, there's going to be more strap. So as you can see, the strap keeper can only go so far. So you might need to double up, which is hard because they are those hard plastic adjusters and not something like elastic that you could loop through easily. So we actually have quite a few secondary compartments here, which is a bit surprising for the size of this day pack. But we'll start with the laptop compartment, which is up here on the top. As you can see, we got a zipper that runs actually all the way across, and it is an AquaGuard zipper. So you've got that little bit of extra protection for your laptop should you get caught in the rain, because obviously these materials are very durable and water resistant, and then you've got that same water resistance on the zipper. But I'll pop that open now. As you can see, I've just got a 15-inch MacBook in there, and there is room to spare. So you could fit a 16-inch computer in there. That's what they have listed on the site as well, that you can fit up to a 16-inch. And then there's nothing else in there really, just that liner fabric. And there is quite a bit of padding. It's more, again, like structured padding for protection on this thing, on the back panel. And then there isn't a ton on the side that goes towards the main compartment. But again, I haven't had any issues with it, and it's kept my laptop safe, no issues to report. But we'll switch back to the front of the pack now. And this is almost kind of like a hidden compartment. It's not really like hidden, but if you aren't looking for it, you might not find it. So this is the zipper for the main compartment here. And just here to the front of the pack, there is another zipper, and this is the only zipper that isn't a AquaGuard zipper. And I'll pull out this real quick. I have the Modern Dayfarer tech pouch right here, and this fits inside perfectly. I'm actually testing this right now as well, and I believe it was designed to fit perfectly inside here. So this literally takes up almost all of the space inside there. You could put some gear on top of there, but this is a very flat pocket, so something like this works really well in there. But as you can see, there isn't any organization or anything like that inside there, just a big open area, but it does go like quite a ways on this pack. So it goes from right here all the way down to right here. So that's a pretty ample area for storing, whether that be your Modern Dayfarer tech pouch or something else that's flat. You can put a book in there, or I don't know if I'd put a tablet in there because it's not a ton of protection, but a lot of flat items would go well inside of here. We have one last compartment to go over, and it's actually kind of the main compartment, but it's accessible not from the main compartment, so we'll go over it now. On the bottom here, we have access to a shoe pouch. So as you can see, there are two holes right here, so that if you put some wet shoes inside of there, the water's going to come out instead of just like sitting there in the bottom of the backpack and pooling. So I will open this up right now. Just got a pair of size 12 Pumas in there. So those fit pretty nicely going this way, but it does take up more room in the pack. So I was actually able to, I had this completely packed out already, and I was like, I kind of want to bring some shoes. I was going on a weekend trip, and I wanted to bring an extra pair because it's winter right now, but it feels like spring here in Michigan. So I actually was able to fit these sideways like this. It took some finagling, but then it didn't take up as much room, at least vertically in the pack, and I was able to do it because I'd already packed this nearly full. So one thing to note is that this material isn't completely waterproof. So if you are to put a pair of really wet shoes in there, it could, if they're in there for a long time, seep through and get your gear wet. But as long as it's quick or they're not completely soaked, it's fine. And then this actually kind of curls up inside when you're not using it, which I'll show you when we get into the main compartment. So when it comes to the main compartment, it's all kind of one way of accessing it, but there's two ways to go about it. So obviously for both of them, you have to open this fidlock, but you can't just open the top here and reach in and grab what you need to get. So if you like put something on just the top there and you're like, I know I'm gonna need this, so I'm gonna put this on top so I can grab it, you can do that and it's quick. But if there's something on the bottom of the pack and you don't wanna like reach down and try and grab it, we do have dual zippers here, one on either side. And something I forgot to mention earlier is these are Hypalon zipper pulls. They're easy to grab onto and they're very durable, but they also blend in with this pack nicely, so everything is black and just kind of, it all fits together. So I really do dig the look of this pack. So I'll undo this one, undo that one. You can also just kind of yank it and it goes, but because of that AquaGuard zipper pull, it doesn't always get all the way, so that's why I typically just actually open these zippers. But now that I've opened it like this, you can really get into the nitty-gritty of everything that's going on inside of here. So as you can see right here, this is the shoe pouch. So quite a bit of space being taken up by those shoes right now, which is good. Like if you're planning to go to the gym after work and you don't have to take that much stuff to work with you, like if your computer's here, or I guess you can put your computer there in the back, but you get what I mean. You could stow your shoes in here for work and then just a couple clothes or whatever, and you're ready to go. So I'm gonna take the shoes out now to show you how much more space we have without them. Put those to the side, zip that back up. So you can see the pouch is still there, but you can really compress it down. And there is a hook and loop fastener. There's the one end of it, and the other end is on this side. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it just folds up over and secure. So now that is out of the way, but I have all this more room now without the shoes inside there. So just inside, before when I had the shoes, I didn't have as much room, but now I have a bunch of room, so it looks pretty empty inside here. But I've just got a 4-class packable rain jacket right here, and then an old Instax wide that I got at a garage sale not too long ago. On the back panel here, we've just got a like a liner pocket with elastic on the top, so you can throw larger items inside of here. I've just got another tech pouch that I'm using inside there right now, but you can actually throw your laptop in there too. So this is the same 15-inch laptop, slides in there easily with room to spare. There's no padding on this. This is just the same liner material, but in theory, if you and a partner were like going away for a weekend or just taking a walk to the coffee shop and you both wanted your laptops but not 2 backpacks, you could put one in the laptop compartment and put one right here. Just make sure that you don't put anything that's going to hurt your laptop on top. Another thing you could do, if you're big on hydration and the water bottle pocket isn't cutting it for you, you could throw a bladder inside here. And because of this top design, it doesn't secure all the way around with like a zipper. You can just run that hose outside and then you're ready to go hydration wise. It isn't perfect, but you definitely could do it if you wanted to. On the flap here, we've got 2 zippered compartments. In this top one here, I've just got some Instax wides I've taken since I got that camera. And then I don't have anything inside this one right now, but this is just a liner pocket one, so you can't see what's inside this one, and you can see what is inside this one. So these are about the same size, and this is not a stretchy mesh, it's a firm one, so it doesn't stretch or anything like that, but it's nice to be able to see what's inside. And these are nice because you can lock down small gear inside here that obviously this could, something could tumble out of here if if the going gets rough or something like that. And then there's no more organization inside of here. So using packing cubes or organizers is very helpful in this main compartment. But overall, very happy with this pack. There's a lot of thoughtful design that went into it, I think. And also, I think that the way the shoe pouch is designed is really smart, so you can use it when you want to and not when you don't. But you can also use it for other things too, like if you're going on like a weekend trip and you don't need an extra pair of shoes, as long as it's clean and you clean it after you put shoes in there, you could just stow your clothes inside there. Like just all the clothes you need go inside of here, and then all the rest of your goodies go inside here. So they're separated and you don't need to bring an extra packing cube. But overall, very happy using this packback, and I really dig the durability and water resistance that it offers. So there you have it, the Modern Dayfarer V2 Backpack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.